What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between? Welcome back to Monster Hunter Wilds Beta Advanced Weapon Overview. I say advanced, but I'm still kind of learning these weapons as we're going along with it, but it's a lot better than what the weapon overviews of the weapons we've had already. So this version actually is about GunLance, so let's get into it, guys. This is gonna be fun. All right, guys, so GunLance. Basically it's like the Lance except more explosive and more damage filled, I would say, in my opinion. Again, it is insanely how do I say this? It's insanely defensive. It's not as defensive as the Lance because you can deal more damage, so you're going to be want to have more combo based attacks out there. But it's the fact that you can still guard and also hit some damage, which always deals a certain amount of damage. I believe it's like 20 or something, which doesn't seem like a lot, but I think, you know, it'll add up, especially since you can burst fire it along with your... So you have the different shelling types and powers, which could lead to a bunch of different varieties. In some games, you would just do normal of both because it would cause a different attack or slower or less damage overall, each difference. But you can also have this Wyvern Stake, Wyvern Blast. There's just a lot of explosive damage. This gun also benefits from... What is going on? Also benefits from just overall... I believe it's called Bombardier. Basically, it allows explosive attacks to deal more damage. So having that on your GunLance could improve your attack overall. Same thing with offensive guard. It's just there's a lot of different possibilities you can get with the GunLance. The only thing that has the downside of it is its mobility is god awful. I mean, yeah, you still have those little side hops, which is extremely nice. Don't get me wrong, but it's the fact that it's not really the best mobility in basis of, like, you know, long sword, sword and shield, dual blades, you know, the light bow gun, bow, insect glaive. It's not going to be anything like that, but I mean, you still have some maneuverability. So we're actually going to get this weapon out here, and we're going to have some fun hunting down a little horny frog.
They've issued us supplies. Let's put them to use.
See, right there, I was able to disperse all of my ammo, so I have 6 ammo. But and that's one of your Wyvern Blasts. You have looks like this is your focus strike called the Drake Auger, which looks like it does some damage. As you can tell, you can just combo this into a lot of stuff. That would have been a perfect moment to get a little clash off. I missed that. Oh well. And then you can just... and also deal some serious damage that way. So if you can just combo into your attacks, so as you can tell, why you can just do the, you know, typical thrusting attacks, and then you can guard, you can very quickly get off. I love the power clashing system. And then just load this up, and as soon as you get here, skadoosh. Come on, buddy. Oh, come on now. Block that. definitely a unique weapon along the signs of, if you can get these combos off, you can do some serious damage. Block that and then just... and then press Y and B at the same time, and that was just a really bad play on my part. Stay down. Come on now. Reload. Rising slash. You charge it up in 4 ticks, but it's gonna miss. And so don't swap. Again, GunLance has a good possibility for a lot of stuff. The only issue about the GunLance though is that every time you land a one of your little little shots, so we'll do this, block that, I don't know why I was trying to do that. And then we will just block. Landing that on a really small target is hard, but that is like the combo to really go for. So you'll just press the I'm saying Y because I'm on Xbox, but if you are on PlayStation, it's just gonna... I don't really know PlayStation actually, so I can't really say anything. But what you're gonna do is get the burst fire off, and then you're gonna let off the wyvern stake, I believe is what it's called, which is insanely nice. That is not the weapon I want right now. That's for next video. But it's the fact that you're able to get all this damage off, and you can actually land a lot. You can actually land a lot of damage just right off the gates, and it also typically it looks like it weakens the monster as well, because it hit in the same exact spot over and over and over and over again. So I mean, you have that, which is insanely nice. Sneak attack, right in the butthole. You can just do so much damage, and if you land those sneak attacks, it does a metric load. I mean, come on now, getting a shotgun blast to the butthole, it's going to really surprise and deal some damage. So I would, so 100% the GunLance I think is a lot more fun and offensive than, what's going on with my controller's disconnecting? Oh well, but it's definitely a lot more fun than just a regular lance, because you have a some actual damage you can kick off relatively easily. So you'll press Y, then you'll press the rising slash. I thought I pressed rising slash, but I guess I didn't. But you'll do that. You can do that. Another thing, we'll just end this quest real quick actually. You can spam just the regular lance attacks, which is like wyvern blast, not wyvern blast, but like the guarding thrusts and shit, which could lead to a wide sweep. For some reason it's not wanting to kick off. So you can wide sweep and then full blast, and then wyverns what is that saying? I'm trying to make sure I get this correctly for you guys. So you, without blocking, you can just spam the lateral thrust, and then wyvern stake cannon, that's what it's called, worm stake cannon, and then you can just do damage that way. But if you want a full-on damage as much as possible, you can do the lateral thrusts and then full blast and then stake it, and then you can just straight up lead into a a wyvern's fire. That is the best combo that you can do with this weapon, which does a lot. Granted, yes, you're gonna have to wait for an severe opening or maybe a stun from one of your palicos or something along that lines. We don't really know exactly. But let's get back to base for right now, and I will go into a little bit more detail about everything, okay? We'll also go over what I'm going to be giving, like its little grading system. Alright, so if you haven't seen any of the other videos, do go check them out. They're going to be covering over the other the first 7 weapons of the choices you've done so far. But it's 3 through 15, 1 through 5 in 3 different categories of versatility, damage, and overall feel of the weapon. So first one is versatility. Honestly, I'm about to give this like a 5. You have your full-on defensive set you can go with. You can rock with some serious damage. You can get the clashes. You can get the weakens off really easily. You can just, it leads up to so much that I think it's going to be a great weapon just to have on the side. And then with offensive guard, which happens a lot, you can get the perfect guarding off. You can get the clashes. You can get the, like, if you're with people, you can run intimidator. There's a lot that you can run with the GunLance, I think. Its only downside, in my opinion, is, again, the mobility, but that can easily get countered off with either your other weapon, your secondary, or hell, even you, maybe this might not be your primary weapon, but you'll still have that to work with. For damage, as you can tell, if you're able to land off all the... My bad. As you can tell, if you can land off a full combo, it does a shitload of damage, which is fucking phenomenal for a weapon that is so defensive. So I'm gonna give it a 4 strictly just because, yeah, it does a lot of damage, but it takes a while to get off all of that damage. And as for overall feel, it's not 100% user friendly, like beginner friendly, but it definitely has a positive and a plus side to it that I think a lot of people are going to enjoy, especially since not everyone's going to want to rock just a lance and be super defensive. They're going to want to have a little bit of firepower. That way, just in case if their friend can't get on that day, they can still rock in, get some damage out, and boom, they can hunt by themselves. So I'm gonna probably give it a 5. It's not 100% beginner friendly because it is a little bit combo based, but at the same time, it's relatively easy to learn. So as for the weapon as a whole, I think it is fantastic. You can learn it relatively easy. It has positives. It definitely has negatives, of course, but so does every weapon. It definitely has a very unique feel, and plus the fact that you can now focus mode and you can aim your wyvern fire as fucking like straight up in the air now is amazing, just in case if you are going against like a Rathian, for instance. They're on the ground and all of a sudden you start the fire and then they fly up. Boom, you can just focus mode and you can aim that in the air, which is nice to always have. And on top of that, the side steps is nice. That's like your mobility, you know, of course, but I mean, you know, that's not really too much to focus on. Also, can I just point out that the food they made in this game, it looks phenomenal now. But for the weapon overall, I would definitely say you can rock a lot of different ways with it, meaning it's a lot more than just a linear play, but it's like a skill tree. You can go in several different directions on how you want to see fit. You can go damage, you can go blast damage, you can go defensive, you can go support type, you can go... There's so much you can do. You can do a hybrid build of both if you want. So honestly, I do think the GunLance is worth a try if you've never tried it, but it's going to be a learning curve because it is definitely a opportunist attacking build that you can run with, which I definitely say it's fun to use. Go ahead and give it a try. And that all being said, guys, I hope this video has kind of helped clarify the GunLance just a little bit, the opportunities, the attacking. And if you enjoyed, do like, share, and subscribe. It does help me out a bunch at being a beginning YouTuber, and I hope I can do this more often for you guys. And other than that, I hope this has made your decisions a little bit easier, and I hope you all enjoy the video. If you have, again, subscribe. It does help me out, and I will see you next time, my friends. Peace out.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong.